Hey everybody, JC here. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday evening. I am about to go pick up my brother-in-law from Hobby Airport down in Southeast Houston. I've got the navigation already set into the Tesla. Let's get going. Push the blue button. Head out of the driveway. And we're on our way. Yeah, so I just found out literally 2 to 3 hours ago that my brother-in-law Sinh is coming home for a while. I'm not even sure what he's coming home for this weekend. I'm not aware of it. There's no holidays. And who knows what the heck is that? Is that a dog? Little dog right over there. Well, hope he's okay. But yeah, so I was actually doing some Uber this afternoon, and my wife called to try and get in touch with me, and I couldn't pick up while I was in the middle of an Uber drive. So I waited till I finished that particular drive, and then as soon as I got to a spot to contact, that's when my brother-in-law called. And yeah, so he's coming into town. So kind of cut Uber short tonight so that I could go get him. It'll be about a 45-minute drive. So I figured I'd just go ahead and throw on the GoPros for the ride, see how it goes. Shouldn't have any issues. Pretty easy drive. I mean, it's a long drive. It's 35 miles, but it is mostly interstate and highway. So, and I've been to Hobby plenty of times doing Uber. And so usually not. In fact, Hobby is actually an easier airport for FSD than the Intercontinental Airport up here, just because the Intercontinental Airport's going through so much construction. All right, we're going to take a right turn here. Got nobody coming, so got the right. There we go. Great job. So just a table set. I am still on version 13.2.9. Tesla did launch version 14.1. So version 14 is out there. It was launched to employees a bit over a week ago, and it just got launched to the initial wave of Tesla customers, but a very small group. And I've mentioned them before. We affectionately call them within our community the OG beta testers. Tesla FSD is no longer beta, but I think it's fair to say they're kind of still referred to as the OG beta testers, because they were the folks that really kind of started from a customer standpoint, from a community standpoint. They started testing it during the very early days when it first came out. So version 14 is with them right now. I want to say that, let's see, tonight is Thursday, so it's been out about 3 days now. So it came out late Monday night. Yeah, it was Monday night. So like literally on California time, it was like 11:58 p.m. So technically they got it out Monday night. And so as you can imagine, all the FSD OGs went out that night and started testing it. And so they've been testing it all day Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. And so generally speaking, when it goes out to the OGs, depending on how many issues they encounter, it usually is within a week or two, that it will start getting disseminated to the rest of the fleet, to the rest of the customer fleet, I should say. So what I have gathered in the 3 days of testing in this initial launch of version 14, and it is 14.1 that went out to in this initial launch, is that they are seeing some really, really cool stuff. What I would say is in a point A to point B FSD drive, they are seeing some really incredible stuff with point A and with point B, right? So what I mean by that is the start of a drive and the end of a drive. Because as y'all know, watching many of my drives, the 99.9999% of the drive in between point A and point B is just really doggone good with 13.2.9. I have not had a critical intervention since February. Like literally February was the last critical intervention I had. And that was on 13.2.7. So 2 versions ago. This version that we've had for a while, 13.2.9, I have not had a critical intervention on 13.2.9. That being said, I do have non-critical interventions from time to time. And a good chunk of those non-critical interventions take place at the end of a drive. Generally speaking, the beginning of a drive is pretty good. Like if I'm starting out of a driveway, or I'm starting alongside somebody's house, or starting in a parking lot, 13.2.9 does a pretty good job of that. I rarely have to do like an accelerator push or something like that, or even disengage to try to help it out. But the end of a drive, most definitely. I would say the majority of the time that I get to the end of an Uber ride, I generally have to do a non-critical intervention and disengage FSD in order to get my customer, my passenger, to the exact right spot to drop them off from a customer service standpoint. And so some good examples of that would be if they are going to a retail location in a parking, then that has a parking lot. A lot of times 13.2.9, once it gets into a parking lot, it is a bit more skittish. It slows way down. It is very, very cautious. It will go in circles sometimes in that park. And so what I'll do on many occasions, and if, again, it's because I have a passenger in the car, and you know, they're not there for FSD testing, right? They're there to get to their destination. And so on most occasions, I will go ahead and disengage for those last 20 or 30 yards and just take them straight to their destination, right? And so instead of letting FSD go 5 or 6 miles an hour in a circle in a parking lot, I just disengage and take them to the spot. Every once in a while, it will take them to the spot pretty confidently, but I'd say half the time I just go ahead and disengage. That's one example. Probably the example that is more like 100% of the time, actually I should say probably 95% of the time where I have to disengage, is apartment complexes. So when I'm picking someone up from an apartment complex or dropping them off at an apartment complex, 95% of the time I need to disengage and help get FSD either inside the apartment or out of the apartment. Some of that obviously makes sense, right? Because you have to go through a gate. And a lot of times I just have to disengage so that I can call or text the customer to get the gate code or to have them beat me in. And then I'll re-engage to go through. But even if the gate is open at an apartment complex, which is, I'd say probably 20 to 25% of the time that I show up at an apartment complex, the gate may be open. But even with the gate open, FSD will just kind of stop and not go through that gate. I think a big part of that is because a lot of apartment gates have a rail at the bottom that the gate runs along. And FSD is just really cautious and skittish about going over that railing of the gate. So that'll be something that'll be interesting to see with version 14, if it's less skittish with that. But that's another example of apartment complexes. The other thing about apartment complexes, just to be, fullness and fair disclosure there, is some of that is related to the Uber pin as well. So with apartment complexes, the way most of them are set up, I can't speak to other cities, but in Houston and in Austin, where I've done Uber, and especially in Houston, most of the apartment complexes are these big, massive lots, right? Where you have these 1-story, maybe 2-story apartment, landscape type apartments. And they may have 5 or 6 gates to get in and out of the apartment, all around the rectangle or the square of the complex. And for some reason, the Uber pin does not always go to the correct gate. So sometimes the Uber pin for the apartment complex is actually the exit gate, or it's a gate that's locked, that's padlocked, and is not an actual operational gate. So obviously in those situations, I have to disengage and help FSD get in there. But that is less of a FSD issue, and that's more of a navigational type thing. So that's both Uber and Tesla navigation, which sits on top of Google Maps. So some of the times with apartment complexes, you could have a perfect version of FSD that can handle all those scenarios I just said. But if the pin has you going to a gate that's not the correct one and it's padlocked, well, it's just going to stop at that. Now, what might be interesting is if it stops at a padlocked gate, does it understand that that's the wrong gate? And does it then, through the AI, reassess, like, okay, well, obviously this isn't the right gate. Does it then go to another gate and try that one? So that might be interesting to see. But that's a big chunk of my disengagements as well. What else? So I talked about parking lots, talked about apartment complexes. I would say picking people up from events like concerts, athletic events like at NRG Stadium or Toyota Center. On many occasions, FSD does a great job of getting you to the vicinity, to the area, but to the specific location where you need to go to for Uber, or to go to pick up your passenger. Sometimes I may need to disengage. Again, we're talking very small amount of area. In most cases, 40 to 50 yards away from the passenger. But still, I find myself having to do that from time to time. Probably the one scenario that I can do soup to nuts with no interventions whatsoever. Just push a button when I pick them up and drop them off perfectly. Is when I pick somebody up from a house and I drop them off at another house. So if I pick somebody up from their house and take them to a friend's house, or vice versa, pick somebody up from a friend's house and take them to their own house, on most occasions, that will be soup to nuts, no interventions, no non-critical interventions at all. So that's already really good with 13.2.9. But apartment complexes, and I do quite a few Uber drives involving apartment complexes. Houston is a very blue-collar working class city. It's a big city. It's the 4th largest city in the country. But it is very, blue-collar, hard-working, working class. And so, and I've told everybody before, I'm one of those guys that when I turn the app on, I let the algorithm take me where it will, because, I'm not just out here doing Uber to try to maximize revenue. I'm out here to understand rideshare and understand where the actual needs are from a volume perspective. And quite frankly, I enjoy the human to human relations. That didn't sound right. Just that, even though it may only be for 10 to 15 minutes, I enjoy that human interaction. And so I don't want to just relegate that to the airport or to downtown or to bigger ticket rides. I want to go where rideshare is needed. And quite frankly, when we do have Tesla Robotaxi more ubiquitous and in a actual network here in Houston, I want to see where it's actually going to be used the most. And so I'm telling you, in Houston, there's a lot of rideshare that starts and ends at apartment complexes. So I do like to see how FSD interacts within apartment complexes. Don't get me wrong, it does great. It gets you to the complex. And what I would tell you is that once I have disengaged and gotten through the gate, most of the time I re-engage. Like right after I've disengaged, called or texted the customer and gotten the gate code and gone through the gate, I will generally re-engage again. And FSD does a great job of taking me through the apartment complex. As long as the pin is set properly, it'll take me through the complex and get me to the actual apartment building of the customer perfectly. So it's really about the gate when it comes to apartment complexes. So that'll be, what I would say with that is, can FSD version 14, while it's still supervised, get up close enough to the gate keypad, right, where I don't need to disengage to get closer to the keypad? Will it get me to the keypad and stop? And then obviously will still need to call or text the customer to get the gate code. But then after I've keyed in the gate code and the gate is open, will FSD then, on its own, with version 14, go through the gate and continue on to the specific apartment building of my customer? In other words, is it possible that I don't have to disengage FSD and then re-engage it once I've gotten through the gate? That'll be very interesting to see at some point if it can do that. So, yeah, so we talked about apartment complexes. We talked about getting into and out of parking lots quickly and effectively. And then we talked about house to house. House to house is really already there with 13.2.9. So for me, doing Uber, yeah, it's getting into and out of apartment complexes and into and out of parking lots at retail locations. That'll be the one that'll be interesting. As far as between point A and point B, 13.2.9 is just really, really good. I don't run across many, if any, scenarios where I really need anything different. Now, obviously, you want this to continue to get better and better. And there are scenarios that come up, right? That 13.2.9 does not have licked yet 100% between point A and point B. So that would be like emergency vehicles. Don't get me wrong. Things have emerged within 13.2.9 for emergency vehicles. Heck, I've even got a video out there where 13.2.9 actually stopped and got over to the side of the road for an ambulance. So it has happened, but it hasn't been 100% of the time, right? And you need to get to that 100% with emergency vehicles. So when I say emergency vehicles, I'm talking ambulances, I'm talking police vehicles, obviously, and even in some cases tow trucks, right, as they're trying to get through to an accident, getting out of their way. Fire trucks, obviously. So that's one where between point A and point B, I'll be interested to see how much better that is. And really the only other scenario that comes to mind right now that I can think of with point A to point B, I'll take that back. There's two. So two more. So one other would be where you're on a highway. Oh, just brought up a third one. So first of three is when you're on a highway, and let's say like right now we are at, what do we got? We've got six lanes right now. Well, you know how when a highway might go from 6 lanes down to 4, or 4 lanes down to 2 or something? A lot of times with 13.2.9, and maybe this is because I'm in the hurry mode most of the time as well, but a lot of times it will wait to the very last moment to get over for that lane restriction. So I'd love to see it maybe with that 10 times bigger platform, if you will, context window, that it can start doing that a little bit sooner. That's one that I can think of. Some of that's probably because I'm in the hurry mode most of the time. Maybe in standard chill, that's not as big of an issue. But I just noticed that when I'm in the hurry mode, it'll wait till the very last moment. Now, it'll do it. I've never had a critical intervention in that situation. But I've had some that were just like, oh, that was a little uncomfortable. And quite frankly, if I would have had a passenger in the vehicle at that time, I would have probably disengaged in some of those. But because I know the capabilities and I know what it's going to do, and I'm there to supervise, I go ahead and let it do its thing. But yeah, it needs to be quicker about that. So that's one. Number two, and this probably goes to her because I'm in the hurry mode quite a bit as well, is left lane selection. So in a lot of cases where, let's say you're in a left lane, and not just on a highway, but on a city street or a suburban street, in some cases that left lane will turn into a left turn only lane. And your path, your navigation, you need to keep going straight. Well, a lot of times when you're in a hurry mode, FSD does not react to that soon enough. And you get stuck in that left turn only lane. And so what FSD will generally do, there's one or two choices, right? It can just go ahead and go along with it. Like, all right, we got stuck in the left turn only lane, so I'm going to turn left, and just then, once I make that left turn, I'll course correct and re-navigate. Or I can be an asshole and try to edge my way back when the light turns. I'll try to get over to the right a lane. And what I've seen is about 75% of the time, it'll just be an asshole. And try to get over to the next right lane. Again, I get it. Some of that's because I spend quite a bit of time in the hurry mode. My guess would be is in standard or chill, you never even get yourself into that situation, right? Because you're not hanging out in the left lane. I'm going to tell you right now, for most people, I would highly recommend staying in standard mode. And for a good, healthy chunk of people, I would even recommend staying in chill for a while. If that really bothers you, like if you're in an area where hanging out in the left lane is a real a-hole move, right? Because you're not in the hurry mode, you're not going fast, just stay in standard or chill. Seriously, don't ever go into hurry. I enjoy the hurry mode because it's more like my style of driving. And quite frankly, because I'm in Houston, where, I mean, people go 90 in the right lane on Houston highways. So Houston, hurry mode is geared towards Houston. My understanding from folks like Omar's catalog and other, is that it's kind of geared towards LA as well. Well, I can tell you, it is definitely geared towards Houston. Hurry mode is like tailor-made for Houston. But that is one of the two of the drawbacks to hurry mode is when you go from 4 lanes down to 2 or 2 lanes to 1 and that sort of stuff. And when the left lane turns into a left turn only lane. Those are issues. I'd love to see those get cured in version 14. Obviously, probably one way to cure it is just don't go in the hurry mode. Stay in standard or chill, and you'll never even get hit with that situation. Excuse me. And then the other thing, the fourth and final thing that I see between point A and point B is like object avoidance and potholes. So what I've seen with 13.2.9 is it's already doing a great job with object avoidance. I would say 13.2.9 is already at about 90% with object avoidance. And what I mean by that is like if there's a tire tread in the middle of the road or some sort of like a piece of wood or not any object. If it can, it will try to avoid it. Sometimes it can't. So just a little while back, probably about 5 or so minutes ago, we actually ran over a piece of plywood. But in that situation, it really couldn't avoid it. We were changing lanes, and quite frankly, that piece of plywood was pretty flat, so it wasn't that big of an issue anyway. But yeah, object avoidance, I'd say we're at about 90% already. But I'll be really interested to see how much better version 14 does with object avoidance. But then, staying with that fourth point, far and away, the one that still is, I would say, when it comes to hit or miss, it's way more miss still, is potholes. I would say not only is it hit or miss and mostly miss with potholes, there are some occasions where I literally think FSD is aiming for the pothole. Like, it literally can be that bad. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, you saw it there, and like literally there, like we could be in this lane. There's a pothole in the lane to the right of us, and FSD will change lanes and get over there and hit the pothole. You're like, you couldn't have waited till we got past the pothole before changing lanes. So I know it's not aiming for it, but it sure seems like it at the time. So I'd really like to see how it does with pothole avoidance as well. So yeah, those are kind of the things I'm curious about. All that being said, and I've gotten some comments on YouTube about this, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much for basically looking out for me, and you know, and the comments go to the essence of, man, we want you to get version 14. When are you getting version 14? We want to see you do videos of version 14, and believe me, as soon as I get version 14, I guarantee you, the first thing I'm going to do is go out and see how it does in these scenarios before I do any other Uber rides. So when I will tell you, when I first, whatever version I get, and when I first get it, I am not going to do Uber for a small handful of days. I will definitely focus on doing solo drives and taking it around Houston and see how it does in all the different scenarios I see without passengers in the car. And that makes sense. Because not only to see for myself and to show you through video, but to get my comfort level, right? Because I'm very, very comfortable with 13.2.9, right? But I don't know version 14 yet. It could be great, but it could also have regressions, right? So before I get a Uber passenger in the car, I want to do that. Which also leads me to the point that, yes, I am so appreciative of everyone, all of my, subscribers on YouTube, folks watching my videos. By the way, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that watches, especially if you like and subscribe. Even if you don't like and subscribe, I still appreciate you. And all the comments I get, but all the great comments about y'all wanting me to get version 14 and see it. And man, don't get me wrong, I definitely am really looking forward to that day, and it's going to be exciting. But I will tell you, I love doing Uber. I didn't know how much I was going to enjoy doing Uber. I thought it might be something that would be up my alley, but I never realized exactly how much I would enjoy doing it. Just that human to human interaction. And as y'all all know, I am a Tesla bull. I am a huge believer in this technology. And based on my understanding of this technology and what I've seen it do and what I know it's going to do, I know that the days of human-driven rideshare are numbered. The days are not long for me being able to continue to do this. So while it's still here, while we still have human-driven rideshare in my hometown here, in the city of Houston, and occasionally over in Austin, my home away from home, I'm going to do it. I just love doing it. It's been one of the most rewarding. It's been surprisingly one of the most rewarding things I've done in my life. And it's hard to really put it into words why. I know that may sound strange to a lot of folks. Like, really? Uber driving? I mean, all I hear is Uber drivers bitching. That's what a lot of people say. It's like, and I get it. There are a lot of things to bitch about with Uber. Don't get me wrong. It can be a hard job. But for me personally, it's just been really rewarding. And so I'll go into that a little bit, but the reason I say that is that because of that, I'm okay with being at the tail end of the distribution of FSD releases from here on out. And I publicly posted that on X. Granted, I don't have a huge, account on X. I'm at, right around 10.3 thousand. So I don't even know if you'd count that as a mid-size. That's still in the whole parlance of the whole X universe. I'm still a small account, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm very appreciative of those 10.3 thousand, followers, but, yeah. So I don't have a huge account by any means, but regardless of the size of my account, I did post publicly that, hey, I am quite fine being on the tail end of the distribution. And here's why. Because right now, giving FSD rides to my fellow Houstonians who generally 100% of the time have never experienced FSD, have never experienced any sort of self-driving vehicle, I am the first time they get to experience it. So take a typical Uber day for me. That's 20 to 25 passengers a day. So every single day, I'm fortunate enough to give 20 to 25 people their first ever experience with Tesla FSD, their first ever experience with any sort of vehicle autonomy or a self-driving car. And because of that, I think it's probably prudent that I have the most smoothed out product available, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie. I envy the OGs. Those guys, Omar and JD and Chris, and Chuck and Devin and Zach and all those guys, and they get it. Like, I'd be lying. I would be lying through my teeth if I said I don't envy those guys, because that's so much fun. It's like being a fighter pilot, right? If you're a pilot, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a fighter pilot, or do you want to fly Amazon products, between Kadena Air Base and Osaka, right? I shouldn't say it like that, but military terms. No, you want to be the fighter pilot. You want to be Maverick. You want to be Maverick and Goose and Iceman, right? And so they're getting to be Maverick. They're getting to be Iceman and Goose. And I envy that. But, you know what? I also enjoy just being a servant to my fellow Houstonians. And, not every, communities are made up of hunters and gatherers. And you know what? Every once in a while in your life, it's good to be a gatherer. You don't always have to be the hunter, right? And so, yeah, I would love to be one of the first, be right on the edge, get the first one to try it out in the city of Houston, go edge test it. I would be lying out my ass if I didn't say I was a little jealous and envious. But at the same time, you know, the best thing I could do is swallow that for the sake of my Uber passengers. Because let's be blunt, that's probably not the best thing for an Uber passenger, right? Because I'm hearing the stories from, like, version 14 is fantastic. What I'm hearing in these first 3 days is that it is fantastic. But yeah, there's some things that need to be smoothed out, right? And these OG guys, these testers, these fighter pilots, Maverick and Goose and Iceman, they are finding some issues. There's some brake stabbing going on. There's, and that's normal. When you get a whole new software stack, you are going to identify some regressions, some issues. That's with any software, right? And so it's good that they're getting out there and they're pounding the pavement and they're finding these issues for all of us. But I don't want to put my Uber passengers through that, right? I want, because the folks that are going to get into the back of my Tesla, it's going to be the first time for nearly all of them to get to experience FSD. And quite frankly, they probably shouldn't be they shouldn't be some of the first people on the planet experiencing a new software version, right? So yeah, I think it's probably better for me to be on the tail end of getting software versions. Because quite frankly, if I did get this particular version that the OG beta testers have right now, based on what I'm hearing from them, like I said, it's fantastic. It's doing some great things, but based on what I'm hearing from them, it probably wouldn't be prudent for me to go do Uber with it right now, right? Because think about it. When you're picking up an Uber passenger who, quite frankly, just wants a nice, smooth ride from point A to point B. So first and foremost, you want to give them that nice, smooth ride. But secondly, even for those 3 out of 10 that I pick up that we have a conversation and, they ask about the FSD, right? I don't necessarily want them to suffer through any of those issues. I would love for them, if it's going to be their very first experience, to have the most polished experience they can possibly have. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at now, with that. So like I said, you know what? When it comes to, a village, when it comes to a community, we have a hunter-gathering background. That's what we all came from. And so, you know what? Sometimes in life, the best thing you can do for the cause, for the mission, for all of that, is to swallow your ego, swallow your desire, and to be a gatherer. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a gatherer. I'm not Iceman. I'm not Maverick. I'm not Goose. I am the guy delivering Amazon packages in the C-130 to Kadena Air Bay. But people need those Amazon packages too, right? Well, you know what? I think I just got a text from my brother-in-law. So let me go ahead. We can end that conversation. Let me pull up my phone here. And I just landed. Awesome. Okay. Great. I'm actually at the airport in line for the arrivals area. It's pretty backed up. I'll put that up there so I can see his text a little better. Let's see. All right. So hopefully, maybe I timed it perfectly. So he just landed. Well, I don't know. If he just landed, then he's got to get up. But he usually doesn't check back. I may have to circle back around. Let's see. So let me tell him that too. So I may need to circle back around if you just landed. Right. Now, you know what's interesting right there? Now, granted, we're in stop and go traffic right here, but it didn't, you notice that it didn't, beep at me, for holding my phone. That was interesting. So let's see, because this is one of those areas they're obviously not going to let me, park here. So I may actually have to circle back around, but that's fine. So yeah, if that, because it's obviously going to try to move over to stop because I have the destination in. So I may need to disengage, get out of, take it off of the destination, just get away from the arrivals area, and then reset the navigation to arrivals to have it circle back around. But we'll see. Maybe, who knows, knock on wood, maybe because it's so backed up, he may be out here by the time I get up to the arrival, because it is going so slow, ironically. So usually you don't want it backed up like this, but maybe this works out well for us. We'll just see. We will see. Let's see what it tries to do here. Now we're stuck behind this expedition right here, but actually that's not a bad thing right now. So there's no police officer that can come and get mad at me because I'm stuck. So it's kind of stalling me out a bit. And I have not heard back from Sinh yet. So we'll just wait and see. I want to see, is it going to continue? Let's see if it goes. There we go. We're going to go for it. Let's see how it does. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to see how it does getting through here. Let's just see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end. No. There we go. See, I was going to try to get over there. All right. Got the hand signal here to stop. So you notice there, I did have to disengage because the navigation was, which was properly, that's where you get over to pick people up. But, so I disengaged to get it off of navigation and then re-engaged. So we're engaged with FSD right now. So let's just see. We're not moving. We're not moving mainly because of the people in the cross path, plus the gentleman directing folks. And then now that's probably not his hand signal. That's just the fact that there's nobody. I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we didn't move because of his. All right. We're stopped. Could let them through. We were very nice. All right. Yeah. We're just going to need to circle back around. So once we get out of the arrivals area, I will reset the navigation to arrivals. All right. Got a lady in a wheelchair, and then we'll just do a circle back around. Let's see. We're going to stop and let this young lady, and she gives us a wave. There we go. All right. Continuing our way through. All right. Great job. So let's get on out of here, and we're going to do arrivals again. Let's see what, there we go. Got the circle. So we'll circle back around. Return to terminal. I have to get all the way over to the left. Great job. Great job. Excellent job. All right, let's see how we do with lane selection here. Go back to arrivals. There we are. Get right back into it. Well, that did pretty good. So I wonder if I had, so I did disengage so that it wouldn't try to park over to, like, pull over to the curbside to the right, which that's where it's supposed to go with the destination. I wonder, had I exited out of the navigation earlier, I may not have had to even disengage. I mean, I definitely don't want to ride around the airport 8 or 9 times, but if we do end up needing to drive around again, I may try that again. All right. My brother-in-law just texted me and said he's off the plane and he's headed towards arrivals. So looks like we will not need to circle back around again, hopefully. So we'll just see. Going back through again. Let's see. Oh, stop for an individual right there. Great job. Oh, another individual coming through. Stops for her. And it's wanting to stop here, so we're going to end that. All right, I do not see Sinh anywhere yet, so we're gonna need to circle back around again. So let's get out of here. So I did it again. I did not. Let's see, we're gonna get stuck a little bit right here as they try to back out. Please don't hit us. Please don't hit us. There we go. Yep, so he was not out here yet, so let's get out of the arrivals area, and it looks like we'll have to circle back around, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. All right, get out of here. Let's navigate back again. Do it a third time. Maybe the third time's a charm. I think I've heard that somewhere before. All right. Whew, the line's even longer this time. We are going to need to get over a lane because we don't want to go to the garage. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe we can still get the passenger pickup right here. Yeah, I think we can. All right, so my brother-in-law just texted me and said he is now at passenger pickup area 7. So he's there. So now it will be 3 times a charm. So just gotta get through this line again. Although, I mean, it's obviously backed up and it's slow, but it is moving. So they've got a pretty efficient system here at Hobby for getting folks through. I'll tell you what, FSD has done really, really great here at the arrivals area of Hobby Airport. I mean, quite frankly, it's done it soup to nuts. I've disengaged twice, but honestly, the only reason I disengaged is because I still had the navigation on to go to arrivals. So obviously, if your destination is set to arrivals, it's going to try to get to the left or right curb to pull over. And so I left it on there so that the navigation would continue to try to go towards the arrivals area and not go to the garage or go to departures or something like that. But I didn't take it off quickly enough to have it not try to pull over. So that's it. So like right now, I still have the navigation set towards arrivals because I don't want it to go left or right, because that's what it'll do. If I take it out of arrivals, it'll try to go the path of least resistance, right? Because you're basically saying, hey, just go wherever you want to go. And I do not want to do that right now. But yeah, it's been doing great. It does way better here at Hobby than it does at Intercontinental, but that's understandable. My brother-in-law just texted me back. Okay. All right, making our way through here. All right, now we just got to look out for... Now, he's at passenger pickup area 7. That'll be interesting to see, like, as subsequent FSD versions go. Obviously, with 13.2.9 right now, the only thing I can set it to is arrivals or departures or parking. You can't set it to like a specific part of the arrivals area. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for where 7 is specifically. All right. Just took the navigation off of arrivals. So should not try to get over to a curb now. We got people on the road looking for their pickups. That is how backed up it is. But here's the thing, guys. You're still in all of this. So, all right. I see 1 and 3. So that means 7 will... I see 7 up there. Okay. All right, moving on through. Oh, somebody just stopped right in the middle. Oh, man. See that? Folks were about to get into an argument over there. All right, got over here. And probably only reason they got over into this lane is because I took the navigation off of arrivals. So we're still making our way through. There's 3. Oh, I see 7 up there. I want to see if I can see Sinh.
I'm gonna get you this new scent. It smells good, way better than that black ice. You gonna
don't like black ice?
Black ice is good. I mean, I just got burnt out off of it. It's got like a skull and a rose on it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, your customers love it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Get your window up. Get the home to... Well, it's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you. Oh, let me take the... Okay. Yeah, this is weird. It's like this. It's the whole thing's like a curve right there.
Next time, if you're gonna pick me up from departures.
Departures. That might have been the better way to go.
Yeah, departures, because I don't want to put you in all that, you know.
Oh, that's all right. It wasn't that. Actually, it moved pretty quick. It didn't. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't god awful. But so I had to go through 3 times.
Yeah.
But that's pretty. It actually went. It wasn't that long to get through. So how was your flight?
It was good, man. I bumped into some guy. I guess Louisville, they had a expo for equipment and drilling, and I had a Burkle hat, and he told me get his hat. I was like, all right, only if you take my hat. Brand new.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Yeah, so we swapped hats.
That's awesome.
So I told him, go ahead and you selling drill bits, go ahead and try to, give the company a call and see, we might be interested in if you give us some great deals, you know what I mean?
Well, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. How's the job going?
It's good. So I looked on my paycheck stub, and I got $1 raise. I was like, cool.
Nice. $1 per hour?
Yeah, $1 per hour.
Nice.
Not salary.
You're still hourly, right?
Yeah, I'm still hourly. I don't want to be on salary.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You probably prefer to be on hourly.
Not ready to go on hourly.
So what brings you? You just came home to get winter clothes?
No, I just came home to come home.
Okay, nice. I didn't know whether there was because I was thinking it's like there's no holiday. Is it like some sort of long weekend?
Yeah, long weekend. This company's been great to me, and they
that's cool,
give me
man.
long weekends.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Since I first hired on, they know I live in Texas.
Yeah.
And they said eventually, my bosses told me eventually I got to move out there somehow.
What do you mean move out there?
Move out there.
You mean like
relocate?
Oh, well, I mean, does it really matter where you?
I don't think, but
because you mean like consider that place to be your home?
Yeah, because they don't. I don't know. He said you don't want to be living out of hotels the rest of your life.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Because so what he's saying is that you're going to be up there in Kentucky for a while.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're thinking they're saying like get an apartment or something like that, and
yeah, but then he said don't get one. At least don't put yourself in at least like 6 months because we might send you somewhere.
Well, then what else can you? I mean,
yeah.
If you get sent, then he's basically saying then don't do that. Yeah, that's kind of a. But I get what he's saying is like it's gonna. He's saying that it's gonna get old living out of a suitcase in a hotel.
Yeah, some of these hotels, man, I've been having issues with my debit card. They put a security deposit, and for some reason their detergent I'm allergic to it, and I break out in rash, and I start bleeding on these sheets, and they want to charge me security deposit. I'm like,
oh damn.
Yeah, it's got to the point where I'm like, man, I'm thinking. I got my credit score up pretty high.
What do you think about getting an apartment?
I can get an apartment, but I don't want to get an apartment because I like it'd be a waste of money.
Yeah.
But I might see if someone probably marketplace one of those monthly roommate type of thing.
Oh yeah, that's or like go move in with somebody who's wanting a roommate.
Yeah, I've done it before, and it worked out great.
Yep. Yeah, that might be so. That way, whoa, Lord have mercy, that was a dip.
That way, I got weekend. It'll probably add up to like a whole month of weekend.
You probably save money that way too.
Yeah.
I mean, versus well, I don't know. So most of the hotels you stay at, I mean, you probably get a pretty good deal at.
It's not even that great of a deal. Yeah, these hotels sometimes it's hit and miss, and it's just I don't know. It's just hit and miss.
Well, look at it this way. That is a good thing that they said to you, like, hey, you might want to think about doing a permanent relocate, because basically what they're saying is, hey, you're doing a great job, right? They wouldn't say that to you if you weren't doing a
Well,
great
they told me
job.
that from the gate. I mean, he told me, my boss told me that from the gate. He's got some hell in line.
Yeah.
He's going
Your
through a lot.
situation's just a little different than most other guys, though, right? Because you're kind of used to living out of your bag, and your home base is like right here anyway.
Yeah, right here.
So it's like, what does it really even matter? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
So you've been playing Treaty Oak, huh?
What? Oh, Treaty Oak Revive? Yeah, that's a good band.
That's a really good band.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I've been playing that. As a matter of fact, them boys in Kentucky put me up on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like them. I kind of came up on them maybe like, I don't know, about a month or so ago.
A month? Oh,
Yeah.
man. They performed it in Long Beach.
Oh, did they?
At the Warped Tour.
Well, maybe if they come to Houston,
They're going to be there on New Year's.
Oh, really?
New Year's Eve at the Honda Center.
Shit, we may have to go see that, dude.
New Year's Eve.
At the Toyota Center?
Toyota Center.
Wow. May have to go check that out, man.
Yeah, they're going to be performing. Yeah, let's check them out.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah, that's a bet. Right
Yeah, I think for you, honestly, it's really a question of like, for you, it's which is gonna drive. Like, if you think that living out of a suitcase in a different motel room if that's gonna, then just go look for a roommate, right, in an apartment someplace around that area.
In Louisville, yeah, but
I wouldn't buy a house or or get into a lease or something like that. Because he was saying, man, what happens if you get into like a 12-month lease and then they send you away 2 months later? Now you're on the hook to try to sublease this apartment, right?
Yeah, I don't think my credit score has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, no, it's not a question of that whether you get an apartment. It's a question of would you want to have a lease on your name? Because if you got a lease, then you got to pay it regardless of whether you live there or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Better off trying to buy property.
Well, that would be the other thing. That is foolproof, right? Because property's property. You own it. So even if you're not living there, it's still your property and the value goes up, right? It's like having the best asset in the world, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you do think about that. If that's something, but you got to think about, well, where would you want that property? Do you want to always have a property in Kentucky?
Kentucky's actually nice. I'm starting.
Oh, I know. I loved it when we were up there.
I'm starting to like Louisville. I'm starting to really like Louisville. It's peaceful. I've been to the worst part of Louisville. It ain't even like looking like that bad. You know what I mean, it ain't like gangster.
No, Louisville's nice, man.
I mean, it's just because the demographic of that area it makes it look bad. No, that's not bad.
Yeah. No, I thought Louisville was kind of bougie. Yeah. There was some, like where, remember where we stayed?
Middleton?
Was that what it was?
Middleton?
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a bougie area.
Nice.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Had little coffee shops. It was kind of eclectic. I like that area. Yeah, I definitely would call that a hood where we were at.
No, that's actually a nice part of they got some big houses in Louisville.
Oh man, some of those homes were just drop dead gorgeous, dude. And those parks were beautiful. Because we were there, I mean, granted it was a shitty situation. You were going through your surgeries, which sucked. But when we did have the opportunity, man, we go through some of those parks. They were gorgeous, man. Yeah, I would go back up to Louisville again.
Yeah, I looked at my paycheck. I was like, wow, I got $1 raise.
That's awesome, man. Good deal.
That's what's up, man. That's you know, that means they're not gonna put me on salary. I don't want to be salary. I want to be hourly.
Yeah. How's your body been feeling?
It's gotten a lot better.
Has it gotten better?
Yeah, I still got that walk, but it's not like a painful walk. It's just a walk where nerve damage walk. Like.
Yep. No, I'm with you. But you feel a lot better now than you did, a few months ago.
Oh yeah, it's getting better. Everybody's like, you walk a little better, still,
Yeah.
looks like you're in pain, but
Yeah.
it's not that.
Well, it was about this time last year it all happened, right?
Yeah.
October. Yeah, because it was Halloween when we were up there, right around Halloween time.
And I met a couple people. One was sick. He had the same kind of procedure I had. Actually, he had two of them.
Oh, really?
And the superintendent had one in his neck and one in his lower body. He's got a cage in his neck and a cage in his lower body.
He's got a what?
Cage.
Cage.
Yeah, it looks like it's basically nuts and bolts.
Oh,
They
Jesus.
call it a cage. Yeah, I got that in my neck. Yeah, the only thing affecting me right now is my thyroid, and I got to see what's going on with that.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see a doctor and say, hey, man, that medication's not working.
No, it's not working.
It's completely draining me. Something's draining me. I feel like I'm like, my blood sugar's down. I might have diabetes. I don't know what it is, but
Have you been to the doctor to check about diabetes or anything like that?
I should. I should, because something ain't right.
So what, like when you say you're drained, like what, is it something like you feel fine in the morning, but then you start dragging?
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah, I started feeling like real tired.
Yeah.
Kind of like my brain don't function right or something. I don't know what it is. It could be the thyroid medication. Either I'm not getting enough or...
Yeah, but if it's diabetes, then you got to get medication for that, right? Because if you're not if you got diabetes and you're not medicating for it, you're definitely going to start feeling lethargic. Because those are two different things. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I got to figure it out because I can't feel drained. Yeah.
Did your dad have diabetes?
No, nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody. But I do have a cyst on my pancreas, and which was never taken care of,
Yeah. Yeah, eventually you want to go in and get that taken care of. But I get it. To do that, you got to take time out. It's tough to do that, isn't it? Especially when it wasn't that long ago that you just got back on the job, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you want to have some time under your belt. Well, it sounds like you're enjoying being back to work, paying you more. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relax this weekend.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I got the pool clean now. I've got the. I'm still clean. Like the water is like really clean now.
Oh, okay. It's not like.
No, it's not great. And then on the bottom of the pool, I'm still getting trying to get that through the filter. Still, you know what I'm talking about, like a little. But if somebody wanted to get in the water, they could definitely do that now.
All right, I'll take a look at it. I mean, it's got all the good chemicals that goes in there.
Yeah, I mean, the chemicals are, like I said, it's just getting the stuff in the bottom of the pool to go through the filter. You know what I'm talking about, like the dust.
Yeah. Don't you got that little vacuum machine?
It's not working. So I got to get that. I got to take the vacuum in and get it looked at.
How much that thing cost?
It was pretty expensive. I mean, well, to repair it, not near as much as the thing cost. I can't remember how much it was. I bought that like 2 or 3 years ago. But it's just not it's not powering on. So I've got to take it to the pool store and have them repair it. But
yeah, if it's been 2 years, it might not be repairable. It might just be like...
Well, it's probably repairable. I mean, it's not warranted anymore, but it's probably repairable. And it's not the whole vacuum, it's the control panel part of it. Like, the vacuum's fine. It's the control panel where you... So what I've been doing is just brushing the bottom of the pool, pushing the stuff over towards the filter. It takes longer to do that, but it'll work like that as well.
How's the dogs?
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good. Everybody's good. Two's good. Her job's going well. She's working a lot, but she's enjoying. I'm assuming she's enjoying it, and they love her.
Yeah.
There. I mean, you know her. She works her butt off, so you knew she was going to do well there. What else is going on? Got Wyatt's up in college right now at Denton. He's enjoying it. He got a little homesick. He contacted me. He's like, because I think he's been wanting to come home. He likes being at home.
Yeah.
He loves his room. He likes his setup. So I told him, dude, you're able to do it. Take a weekend off and come home. But he's got a job, so it makes it difficult for him to do that. Zach's doing good. He's in his last year in the Navy. So I think he gets out in either March or April, but he's moving to Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Yeah. So when he gets out of the Navy, he's going to Arizona. And he's going to start college there at Arizona State. His girlfriend is a nurse in Phoenix. So things are going real well with them. So, yeah, it looks like Zach is going to become an Arizona native.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, dude, go live your life, man. I'm sure, obviously his mom's probably a little sad about that. But I told him, I'm going to be sad too. Of course I want to see you more. But you got to live your life. Whoa.
Yeah, these truck drivers are something.
I'm telling you what.
They're
You
my
went
worst.
wide there.
They're my worst enemies on the road.
Man.
It'll be raining, and I'll be driving like 40 because I can't see, and everybody's got their hazards on, and these guys feel like it's their time to speed up.
Yeah.
And run the road. Like, come on now.
Well, FSD did pretty good with that guy, didn't he? I mean, it was like I thought we were going to have to stop there for a second because he went so wide, but adjusted to it pretty good. But yeah, no, they're right. Trucks on the highway, man. And who knows? It's like that. It's 10:30. That dude could be halfway asleep. That's how most of those guys end up getting in their wrecks, right? Because they have to drive so hard that they get tired, fall asleep.
That or they don't know English.
Yeah, well, that too.
They can't read. I mean, I take they can't read English.
Yeah. But yeah, so Zach's gonna be going to Arizona. But I told him, I was like, look, I'm retired, so I can come out there to Arizona and visit. A lot easier for me to visit him in Arizona than visit him all the way at Washington State.
Yeah.
So that's Zach. Jacob's doing good. I mean, he's still in the Marine Corps. I think he gets out, like Zach gets out in March or April, and I think Jacob gets out in November of next. So I think Jacob's got one more year. and then he's going to do school too.
Where at?
We don't know yet. So the last time I talked to two about it, sounded like he was going to stay in California and go to like San Diego State or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. So he's either going to do that or maybe come back home, come back to Texas and do something around here. I don't know. But he definitely wants to go to school, which is good. Wyatt, as you know, I just said he's up in Denton. Things are going well there. Zoe lives in Conroe. She is, I can't remember if she's staying at her mom's place or her and Jason they kind of go back and forth. I think she stays with Jim, but her and Jason are doing well. So things are going good, man. Things are going good. I'm just Uber driving every day. Yeah. In fact, I was Uber driving when two called me and said, "Hey, you think you pick up Sinh tonight?" I was like, "Sure." So, yeah, I went ahead and cut my Uber night show, which is fine. I was kind of almost ready to do it anyway. So that's what I've basically been doing is I go out and I do about 8 hours. Depends on how I feel, but I generally do about 6 to 8 hours. If I'm feeling really, really good, I might stretch it to 10 or 12, but I've been enjoying it, man. Just get out there and do Uber.
Is there anything to eat at the house?
No, in fact, I was going to say that to you. I'm racking my head of, no. So do you want me to stop somewhere for you to get something to eat?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you can, please.
No problem.
I haven't ate anything.
No problem. Where do you want me to stop?
Oh, no, I'm trying to think right now.
Well, just let me know and I will put it into the navigation. About anything you want. Do you need to go to the convenience store?
No, I don't drink no more.
That's what I'm going to ask you. So, you've been completely off the sauce?
Oh yeah, I'm off.
That's awesome, man. Same here, man.
I don't do that.
That's awesome. So, have you felt a lot better?
No, I'm taking a lot of medication.
Yeah, I guess
I've been taking a lot of medication.
Yeah.
That thyroid, lots to drink. I don't know. You know what I mean? With all this medication, it's going on.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And I'm slowly trying to wean off the medication. I heard that gabapentin is bad for you.
No, what is bad for you?
Gabapentin.
Oh.
I take 800 milligrams of that.
Oh.
And they say, someone that told me, yeah, you shouldn't take that. He said it'll give you dementia in the long run.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, you don't want that to happen. Yes, just let me know where you want to stop. I mean, you remember all the places that are around there.
Yeah, probably like, I don't know, Whataburger or something.
You want to stop at Whataburger?
Yeah, what time is it right now?
It is 10:28. Well, Whataburger's open, I think.
Yeah, I'll probably get some Whataburger.
Okay, so let me pull up that Whataburger that's on North Park. That one?
Yeah, Whataburger right there's good. That's about the only thing that's open right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Whataburger's 24/7. Trying to think if there's anything else open. Obviously, none of the restaurants are open, but as far well, Taco Bell's always open. So you got Taco Bell, Whataburger, what else? McDonald's.
Yeah, I've been eating too much McDonald's. I haven't had.
What about? I don't know if Panda Express is open, right? Does Panda Express stay open 24/7?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't eat Chinese food this late.
Yeah. I know you like fried chicken. I don't know if any of the fried chicken spots are open.
No, fried chicken this late too is probably not good.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably better off with Whataburger anyway.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I park to go? Because I got to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind.
I'll park while we're there. In fact, because I'm going to get, I'll get it something from both of them. Let me call too and see if she.
I'll pay for it. I got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
you got to do that, bro.
I got it, JC. I've been saving a lot of money. I've been stacking a lot.
I've been stacking them.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey.
Hey, got Sin. We are, we're on 59 right now. We're going to stop at Whataburger on the way. Do you want anything?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Are you at home or at work?
Yeah, I just got home.
You just got home? All right. Well, we're going to stop at Whataburger first, and then we'll be home.
Okay.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, I haven't had Whataburger in a minute. I guess.
There you go.
You got a cup holder in here? Or,
Yeah, right here. And I got two more in the back. That when you fold that armrest down, there's two in that one as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have my water bottle here just to have, grant to have water, but also just to have a place to put my hand. Oh, you know what? I forgot. There's a Whataburger right there. But shit, we're already on past the exit. I forgot about that one. But the other one on North Park's closer to the house anyway. The food will stay warmer. Is that a new club?
What is Mile High? No, it's
Mile High?
Yeah.
That place has been there? Yeah, I was trying to think if they took through all everybody in the, Jamie got her own apartment.
Oh, she don't stay with us so much?
She was staying with us so remember well, obviously you know about her and Charles.
Yeah.
You know, breakup, but she had moved in with some dude and that fell apart. So then she moved out, and then she moved in with a friend. They got an apartment together. It wasn't like a boyfriend, girl. It was more of like a friend. They got an apartment together, but then he crapped out on her and couldn't come up with the other half of the rent, so she had to get out of that place. So she ended up, she stayed with us. Well, you remember, I think you were here. She was probably with us for a good 4 or 5 months, and I told her, I was like, Jamie, you can stay as long as you want, get, like I said, stack your money, get a house or whatever when you're ready. But, she wants to get out there and meet somebody and, and she was like, she wanted to move to the Heights. So that's what she did. She got herself an apartment in the Heights. You know how it's just a totally different environment.
Where's the Heights at?
Inside in the Loop in Houston.
Exactly.
So if you go inside 610 on the northwest side, that's the Heights. So lots of restaurants, clubs. It's like just north
downtown.
Yeah, just northwest of downtown. Inside the Loop.
She's supposed to let me borrow, give me a rental.
Oh, car?
Yeah. I got a doctor's appointment.
Okay, well, she's not with us right now, so you may need to contact her then to...
Yeah, I thought she was staying with us, so, you know.
Nope. She moved out about a month ago. Maybe a little longer than that ago. Maybe a month and a half ago. Yeah, she's got her own apartment down in the Heights now.
Oh, man. Let me contact her. What's going on with that? Hey, what happened with the rental? Oh, Tu's got a company truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so I can borrow her car? Okay.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay. Okay.
Well, there you go. You're taken care of.
Yeah. They gave her a company car?
I think she probably just got one while you're here
Oh, okay.
so that you can use her car. I'm assuming that's the case. Guess you can ask her when. You can call her right now and ask her while we got time. We'll just go through the drive-through. I can hold on till we get home.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hold on
Hey.
till we get. But yeah, you can go. You want to call too, and ask her. That's what I'm assuming is you would just drive the Mercedes. You've driven the Mercedes before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
That Mercedes got a ticking noise where all the Mercedes got it.
I don't like Mercedes.
I don't like
She
it.
loves that. I mean, she wanted a Mercedes, and I think it's the last one we're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, it's the last one we're ever gonna
Yeah. Mercedes is not what they used to
get.
be.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
And all Mercedes I hear, you know, see some lady and I was like, how long has that been ticking for? You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, I just got it fixed and the mechanic
Yeah.
don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, it's the last one we're ever getting. That's it. I mean, we'll probably, unfortunately, still have it for a few more years, but once we're ready to get her into another car, that's it. We're not doing that again. Nope. Just go through the drive-through.
Yeah,
I can hold on since we're not that far from the house.
Call it too right now. Oh, good thing there ain't no line. Hey, sis, you gonna let me borrow your car tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the company, your company car?
Yeah.
Okay, so the car is gonna be at the house. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
So there you go. So you're just going to use the Mercedes. All right. Take over. right. Thank you so much. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so damn tired, JC. I feel like just crashing.
Crashing tonight. Eat a little Whataburger and then crash.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder. So it's about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 10:47 right now.
So my Dodgers made it to next level.
She made it. What level of what? Next level of what?
Oh, they made it to the Dodgers made it to the.
Oh, Dodgers. I thought you said your daughter.
No, Dodgers.
So they are now in the ALCS?
NLCS.
Oh, NL. That's what I meant. NLCS. Dodgers won it all last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you were in the hospital when they were when they had that. Remember they were about to lose, and that dude hit that walk-off grand slam?
Yeah.
That was against the Yankees, right?
Yeah. The Giants beat the Eagles, so that dude Cam Scatterbo, I don't know why none of the Texas team got him. He was
well, Texas has been doing pretty good.
Yeah. But
Green Bay and Dallas tied.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was a really good game.
That was a great game. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I thought the Packers were just gonna smack the Cowboys around. This is what I'll say about the Cowboys. Their offense is actually really good this year. Like they're not gonna do anything. Like we all know Dallas ain't gonna do anything. But I will say, out of a season where I thought they were just going to be crap all around, Dak is having one of his best years ever. I mean, they're doing really, really good on offense. The problem is their defense just sucks. I mean, all of their games are going to be like 38-35 or, 31-28 or something like that. If they can just try to get a few wins, but I mean, obviously they're not going to be able to do anything because their defense is just so horrible. Green Bay will still be good. Like, Green Bay laid a dud against Dallas on defense, but what I would tell you is Dallas's offense is legit. Like, that was, like, they are, I think they're number one. I mean, granted, the season's early still, but Dallas is like the number one offense in the league right now in a lot of categories.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Pretty good.
And they don't even have like a marquee running back. They're kind of like running back by committee. But I don't know, Dak is like, he's like the first or third year Dak. We all know that won't last long, but while we got it, we're going to enjoy it. But yeah, the NFC, it's I'll tell you what, there's a lot of parity between the top teams right now. I would say between the Eagles, the Packers, and the 49ers. Those three teams, I mean, it's any man for themselves. And then in the AFC, shit, I don't know what the hell happened to the Ravens and the Chiefs. Yeah. They've got like one win between them. Who would have thought that like, what are we, like 6 games into the season, that there would be one win between the Chiefs and the Ravens? And the Bills seem to be doing pretty good. Who's really the toast of the AFC right now? Is it
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis is looking good. They're looking good.
Indianapolis.
Obviously, the Bills, they look good. Oh shit! Who was it that just beat the Chiefs? They look pretty good. Oh crap! Who was that? Oh, Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville looked pretty damn good. So yes, I mean, I like, these are the type of seasons that I like, where you don't have like just one monolith in the AFC or in the NFC running away with everything, right? Make the season Like, it could be anybody's. That type. Like, there's 5 or 6 teams, like, legit, they could do it. NFC's definitely that way right now. I mean, NFC could be 5 or 6 teams at this point. Green Bay, Eagles, San Francisco, Washington. Washington's good, dude. Which I don't like to admit, but they look good.
Washington?
Yeah, the Commanders. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna sound like I'm biased here, but I think my Cowboys. Like, you saw them. Do you think that team could make a run?
That team could, yeah.
They could make. I mean, granted, like I said, they're gonna win. They'd have to win a lot of games, 38-35, because their defense sucks. So, I mean, they don't have a Super Bowl team, right? Their defense is just so bad. You just can't get all the way. But do I think my Cowboys could make it into the NFC playoffs? Absolutely. I mean, eventually they're just going to get thumped so hard by somebody that gets their act together, and you can't score enough. I mean, that's what happened against Green Bay. They just couldn't score enough because Dallas's defense is so bad that, if you can't score, if you score 40 points and can't win a game, then you got to say, like, all right, what are we doing on defense? Oh, that must be the work vehicle there. I'm assuming the Equinox. Let's see. Yeah. You got enough room? You know what? Let me move up. I'm going to let you get out first.
All right.
So that you got room. All right. Let's get that unlocked. Actually, I got to stay in to park it. I'm going to let you out first. And then I'll bring your bag in.
Okay.
About that.
Wait, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, it is. You got it. And then just push out on the door.
Oh, that is it?
Yeah, that's it.
I
You
thought
got
that was the window.
it. No. I can bring your drink in, too, if you want me to.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Hell, you can leave that in here. I can bring everything in.
Yeah. You know what? I think I got this, Jason.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my leg actually fell asleep.
Uh-oh.